Hello and welcome to your 10 minutes of stretching. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I always say, it's so important to do this. So it's only 10 minutes and you're gonna feel really good afterwards. And hey, maybe you'll even do an extra workout afterward. I don't know, just saying. Just throwing that out there. No, just kidding. Okay, meet me at the top of the mat. We're gonna start with some sun salutations. But first we're just gonna do the breathing part. So no stepping back and doing all that stuff. Let's get the top of our mat. Let's take a nice big inhale. Reach the arms up, exhale it down. So I'm gonna do my best to do the flow. So just bear with me. I believe I remember how it goes. Exhale it down. My apologies to all my yogi enthusiasts who know it extremely well. Let's exhale it down. I just think it's such a good stretch and such a good flow. Good way to get into things. All right, one last inhale. Exhale it down. Okay, so now we're gonna go into our forward bend. So inhale it up, exhale it down, swan dive down, hang out here, let your head hang, feel the backs of those legs stretch. You can have a bend in your knee, that's totally fine. And let's come up halfway, straighten out the legs, flatten out the back. Nice big inhale here and then roll back down. And hang out there for a breath or two. Let your head hang, release the tension in your neck. Just let everything kind of fall forward. All right, then we're gonna place our hands on the floor, a slight bend in your knee, and you're gonna take your right foot back, and then your left foot back. Very good, and let's come up into downward facing dog. I just think I just did that wrong right there, but that's okay. We're gonna hang out in dog for a little bit. I skipped right to the good part. It's okay, I'm gonna fix this. So let's come forward into plank. And then let's bring our knees to the floor, lower down all the way, chest to the floor. Untuck your toes and then slightly come up into a little baby cobra. Nice big inhale, exhale out, drop your head, tuck your toes, come back to table, and now let's come into downward facing dog. Pedal the feet. And then let's step our right foot forward. Bring that in between both hands. Nice lunge right here. That's gonna feel really good after some of that lunging and squatting that we did the other day. And then bring your left foot forward. And come into that forward bend and then slowly roll it all the way up. Hands come up overhead and exhale it down. All right. Let's do that again, but in the proper sequence. So a nice big inhale up, exhale it down. Good, come up halfway, flat back, inhale up, exhale back down into that forward fold. Hands to the floor, left foot back first, nice high lunge, look up, and then bring that right foot back. Now we're in plank. Slowly lower to the floor or drop your knees and lower to the floor. And then if you want, come into chaturanga, press forward. Inhale up, and then tuck your toes under, lift those hips up. And now we're in downward facing dog. Good, now we're gonna bring the left foot forward. Nice high lunge right here. Ooh, that feels good. A lot of sore muscles. Bring that right foot forward. Nice forward bend, and then we'll roll it up. Inhale. Hands come up and back down to heart center. All right, that was good. Let's do it again. Inhale it up. Exhale it down, swan dive. Inhale halfway up, flat back, exhale back down. Hands to the floor, right leg back, left leg back. And then slowly lower down to the floor. You can come all the way down or come into upward dog. And then tuck your toes back under, lift those hips up. Good, let's add a little hip opener here. So take your right leg and lift that up into the air. Three-legged dog split, and then bend your knee, and then twist open to the right side. Drop that heel over to the left. Look out underneath your arm. Good, and then square those hips back. Bring the right foot down, and now bring the left foot up. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Look out underneath your left arm. Good. Square those hips again. Bring the left foot down. And if you want, bring your knees down. Take them wide. And let's come into child's pose. Nice big inhale. Woo, let it all out. All right, let's come back up into table pose. And then from here, I want you to take your left foot and bring it forward in between both hands. So now we're in a bit of a high lunge here. And I want you to bring those hips forward and then sweep those arms up overhead. Press those hips down towards the floor. Nice hip opener right here. If you want to use some blocks for this next move, we're going to do a hamstring stretch. You can bring blocks to either side and then shift your weight, extend that leg and extend that right leg. So now the right leg is straight in front of you. And send those hips back while coming forward, kind of bringing your energy forward. So hip energy back, whoop, see I almost fell over, so. Hip energy goes back, and then I want you kind of reaching forward with your torso and pointing those toes up. Feel that O on the underside of your leg. Good, shift that weight forward. And now we're gonna take the right foot and walk it to the side of your mat. So now we're in a nice wide stance. Now we're in the lizard, okay? One of my favorites because it really stretches the inner thigh and I don't feel like we get in there enough. So if you want, you can just stay right here and breathe, or you can tuck your toes, lift that back knee up, or with a block, or you can come all the way down to the floor. You can bend your elbows and bring them down. I'm using blocks just because that's a little too deep for me right now. Good, and just breathe. Feel those hips opening up. Good, if your knee is up, drop it down. Come back up to the palms. Move your blocks if you were using them. And then let's come back into plank pose. So lift that knee up, right leg comes back. We're in plank, we're gonna slowly lower down into that chaturanga. So keep those elbows close to your ribs and then press forward into upward dog if you're feeling it. And then curl your toes over and come back into downward facing dog. And let's shift forward into plank, drop your knees into table pose and bring your left foot forward. So now we're gonna do all that on the left side. All right. All right, so bring your hips forward, nice and easy. We're in a nice high lunge right here. If you have to move your left foot forward a little bit just to make sure that knee isn't going over your toes, go for it. Press those hips forward. Good, and then bring those hands up overhead and sink a little more into that lunge. Feel your body. Close your eyes if you want to. Hold on to something because I feel like when I close my eyes, my balance goes way wonky. Good, bring your hands down and straighten out that front leg, straighten out that left leg, and let's do a hamstring stretch. Hamstring and calf stretch, you're gonna feel that. So again, hip energy goes back, your torso is reaching forward, your toes are pointing up. You can use your blocks for support, or you can just bring your hands to the sides. And breathe. Posing energy, hips back, torso forward. Good. Let's release that and come forward. We're gonna go into that lizard, so walk that left foot out to the left side. Oh, I don't know what that was. And you can stay right here if that's good for you. Or tuck that back toe, lift up that knee. A little bit more intense. Or take it even further, bring those elbows down to the floor or to your blocks. Whatever you're feeling, trust it. You can actually have that knee open up a little bit so your left foot is actually turning onto its pinky. Extend that back leg if it's up, belly button in. Good, one nice breath. Exhale it out, drop that back knee. Come back to the palms of your hands. And let's bring that left leg back. come into plank. One last drop down, chaturanga. Here you are, come up into upward dog. Tuck your toes, hips up, downward facing dog. And then let's walk our feet to our hands. So for that nice forward bend, I'm gonna come and face you. And then let's slowly roll it up. Roll those shoulders back. Nice big inhale, hands up. Exhale, bring it down. There you have it. 10 minutes. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys tomorrow.